Hello guys, it's Amanda and welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another vlog. This is part 2 to my Massachusetts vlogs. If you did not watch the first vlog, definitely go watch that. It'll be linked up above. So this week we are focusing all on Emily Dickinson. Today I will be touring her homestead and the Evergreens. The Evergreens was her brother and sister-in-law's home. They're right across the street from each other, so they were very close. So yeah, I'm going to be touring her house today. I cannot wait for today. I'm so excited. Emily Dickinson is one of my favorite writers. She's actually the person that inspired me to actually write my own poetry, and she really has inspired me throughout my whole life. I just cannot believe I'm here, and I'm at the Amherst Inn, which is legit right across the street from the homestead. I can look out the window right now and see Emily's home right over there. So today I'm going to be heading to the homestead, and then actually tomorrow morning I have the most amazing privilege. I am going to be doing a studio session, and that basically means I get an entire hour to sit in Emily's bedroom to write and read for an entire hour alone with the vibes and the spirits of the house. I can't believe tomorrow's even happening. I don't even know how I'm really gonna feel when I get in there, and if anything I write will be good. I'm gonna call on her and call on her spirit just to help me and see what comes through. I also am going to bring a tiny little booklet of her poems. Earlier today, I did do the tour of the homestead and the Evergreens, so I will show all of those photos and footage right now. Years had been from home, and now before the door I dared not open, lest a face I never saw before stare vacant into mine and ask my business there. My business, just a life I left, was such still dwelling there? I fumbled at my nerve. I scanned the windows near. The silence like an ocean rolled and broke against my ear. I laughed a wooden laugh that I could fear adore, who danger and the dead had faced, but never quaked before. I fitted to the latch, my hand with trembling care, lest back the awful door should spring and leave me standing there. I moved my fingers off and cautiously as glass, and held my ears, and like a thief fled gasping from the house. One sister have I in our house, and one a hedge away. There's only one recorded, but both belong to me. One came the way that I came, and wore my past year's gown. The other, as a bird her nest, builded our hearts among. She did not sing as we did. It was a different tune. Herself to her a music, as a bumblebee of June. Today is far from childhood, but up and down the hills I held her hand the tighter, which shortened all the miles, and still her hum, the years among, deceives the butterfly. Still in her eye the violets lie, mouldered in the many May. I spilt the dew, but took the morn. I chose this single star. From out the wide night's numbers, Sue forevermore. When I first stepped into that house today, I just felt so overwhelmed with awe and joy. This whole trip, I thought I was gonna burst into tears, but I was surprisingly very calm. It felt so serene and peaceful just being in that house and walking through and just knowing everything that's happened in that house and in the Evergreens. And the fact that my favorite pieces of literature were made in that house, in that bedroom. I don't even know how to describe it. It was indescribable and amazing and so perfect. Of course, after all the tours were done, I had to go to the gift shop because why the hell not? I'm just gonna show you guys what I got from the gift shop right now. And I'm gonna put this on my thingamabob. Hopefully that works. So first off, I got, of course, the tote bag, the Emily Dickinson Museum, Homestead, and the Evergreens tote bag. And on the back, it has a snippet from her poem, and this says, "I took my power in my hand and went against the world. 'Twas not so much as David, but I was twice as bold." I love that it's in her writing, and it has all of the dashes and different punctuation that she always used in her poetry and letters. So the first book I got was Emily and Carlo. This is a beautiful illustrated book about Emily and her dog Carlo. She got Carlo a bit later in her life, and this is just an illustrated story of her and her beloved dog. I think it is a Newfoundland dog. They made a strange pair, one giant dog and one slight girl. When most people think of Emily Dickinson, they picture a thin, sad-looking woman dressed in white, living alone in a big house, scribbling poems on scraps of paper. But Emily was not alone. Her dog, Carlo, a large, floppy, drooly Newfoundland, was her constant companion, her shaggy ally in the world. Together, Emily and Carlo explored the woods and town around them, visiting friends and enjoying each other's company. I'm so in love with that. And to go along with the book, they had, of course, a plushie of him, of Carlo. And look at how pretty and gorgeous he is. And he is so fluffy, I wish you could feel him. But this just makes me so happy. Look at him. He's gorgeous. And he's just a little floppy little thing. And he's everything. So, of course, I had to get him along with that book. So the next book I got, this is the Every Man's Library Pocket Poets. I love these books. I love how small and quaint these are. But this is Emily Dickinson's letters. These are just a curated list of all of her different letters. Some are to Sue, who she did write to a lot. She wrote to her siblings, Lavinia and Austin, and to her parents, Edward and Emily Norcross. I love the cover of this. And then they had this funny little magnet puppet doll thing of Emily Dickinson. At home, I do have the Edgar Allan Poe one of this, and it's just on my fridge, so I wanted her. I didn't know they made others, but apparently they do. So this is the Emily Dickinson one. The last book I got was the illustrated Emily Dickinson. This is 25 Essential Poems. I thought this was so gorgeous, and it is so pretty because there's different illustrations for every single poem that's in here, and they're full illustrations. And I love the art style of this, and the cover is beautiful. So happy about that. I also got this beautiful wallpaper necklace. These are reproductions of the wallpaper that is in Emily Dickinson's room, which is like a really pretty pink rose design. So they had necklaces and they had earrings, so I decided to get the necklace version. And then of course I had to get some stickers and postcards. So this first postcard is actually of Lavinia and her cat. She was a cat lady, and look at the cute cat she's holding. Then I got this sketch of the famous picture, one of the only pictures of Emily Dickinson. Then of course I got some stickers. One sticker is "Dogs are better than humans because they know but do not tell. One is just the Emily Dickinson Museum. This one is a sketch of the homestead itself. And this one, which is my favorite because it has a monarch butterfly on it, and that is, a power of butterfly must be the aptitude to fly. Meadows of majesty and seas and easy sweeps of sky. I love that design so much. And then finally, I also got another sticker pack of Emily Dickinson. There's a blank note card with quotes that stickers included. There's a really pretty picture of Emily in her white dress. And then there's many quotes and different things inside as well. So that is all I got from the Emily Dickinson Museum. So tomorrow morning I have my appointment, my studio session for 8:30. I am gonna get up and I'm gonna just see how the hell I feel, and I'm just gonna head over there because it's right across the street, and I'm gonna write for an hour in her bedroom. I can't even describe what I'm feeling. I'm really grateful, and I am so excited to see what happens. So I will see you guys more tomorrow, and hopefully I get to share with you what I wrote. So I will see you guys tomorrow. I dwell in possibility, a fairer house than prose, more numerous of windows, superior for doors. Of chambers as the cedars, impregnable of eye, and for everlasting roof, the gambrels of the sky. Of visitors the fairest, for occupation, this, the spreading wide my narrow hands, to gather paradise. From cocoon forth a butterfly, as lady from her door emerged a summer afternoon, repairing everywhere, without design that I could trace, except to stay abroad on miscellaneous enterprise. The clovers understood her pretty parasol be seen, contracting in a field where men made hay, then struggling hard with an opposing cloud, where parties, phantom as herself, to nowhere seemed to go, in purposeless circumference, as 'twere a tropic show. And notwithstanding bee that worked, and flower that zealous blew, this audience of idleness disdained them from the sky. Till sundown crept, a steadly tide, and men that made the hay, and afternoon and butterfly extinguished in the sea. Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words, and never stops at all. And the sweetest in the gale is heard, and sore must be the storm that could abash the little bird. they kept so many warm. I've heard it in the chillest land and on the strongest sea. Yet never in extremity it asked a crumb of me. Because I could not stop for death, he kindly stopped for me. The carriage held but just ourselves in immortality. We slowly drove, he knew no haste, and I had put away my labor and my leisure too. For his civility, we passed the school where children strove at recess in the ring. We passed the fields of gazing grain, we passed the setting sun, or rather, he passed us. The dews drew quivering and chill, for only gossamer, my gown, my tippet, only tulle. We paused before a house that seemed a swelling of the ground. The roof was scarcely visible, the cornice in the ground. Since then, 'tis centuries, and yet feels shorter than the day I first surmised the horses' heads were toward